talk about business cards. First of all, do you even have business cards? And if you don't, then this is probably going to be a really good video for you. Even if you do have business cards, this is also going to be beneficial because maybe it's time for you to upgrade into something that is going to help you start booking clients. So of course, my name is Lashonda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, okay? I'm a business and systems coach, and I am all about getting you together with your coaching business, okay? So I wanted to talk about business cards because I get a lot of clients that ask me when they're first starting out, like, should I create business cards? Is this still something that people utilize? Is it beneficial? Like, I don't want to spend this money like getting a whole bunch of cards and then people don't really use it. In my personal opinion, I feel like it depends. But I want to go into more detail in reference to what my thoughts are and what I feel like you should do instead of creating a business card. So before I address the elephant in the room, I want to give you some reasons why traditional business cards really do not work anymore, why they're kind of like dated, and there's just a better use of your time, a better use of your money at this point. The first problem with traditional business cards is that there's a lack of follow-up whenever you give someone a business card. So it's almost like, the best way that I can describe as an example is like when someone asks you like, how are you doing? And you say, oh, I'm fine. Even if you're not fine, it's just like an automatic response that you give someone. And I feel like a business card is kind of the same way. Like you may connect with someone in person and they say, oh, do you have a business card? And you're like, well, yes, I do. And then you give them your business card and you never hear from that person again. Like it's very rare that you hear from the person that you've given a business card to. It really does a thing like just creating credibility that you really do have a business and that you really are serious about your business when you have a business card on hand. But there is a lack of follow-up that causes traditional business cards to become a problem. The second problem with traditional business cards is people kind of forget about them. Like maybe it wasn't their intention to not follow up with you, but normally when you give out a business card to a client, what do you think happens to that business card? I know for me, and I'm bad at this too, like I'll go to a networking event and I'll get a ton of cards and then they'll sit on my desk for like weeks. And then even if I had an intention on reaching out to these people, now I feel bad because it's been weeks that I haven't reached out to you. And so 9 times out of 10, I probably throw them away. And so I feel like people tend to just forget when they get your business card and it's not top of mind. Like when you realize that you do need that service that you were interested in or that you provided, the top of mind is not, oh, let me go get that business card. It's normally, oh, let me search on Google. Oh, let me ask Facebook. There is not the first thing that people think about whenever they are looking for the service that you may have provided. So people just forget that they have business cards. And I know for me, I have business cards in my wallet. I don't even remember where I got them from. I don't remember who gave them to me. So that's a major problem. Another problem with traditional business cards, and I've personally run into this one multiple times, if anything changes on your card, you have to scrap all of your cards and create new ones. So Lord forbid you have an error on your card, then all of your cards are pretty much flawed and you have to like create brand new ones. And for one, that's a waste of paper. You know, don't kill the trees for no reason. But then also, if your website is updated, or like if you have something new that you would like to add to your card, or if maybe you started off with the @Gmail email and now you have a business email, you have to scrap all of your cards and start over essentially with the new information. And I feel like that's kind of a hindrance because things in business are constantly changing. And who wants to keep starting over, especially if you've gotten a deal? Like I got a deal on like 500 business cards one time, and I still have boxes of those business cards that I'm probably not gonna ever use, if I'm being honest. So it could definitely be a waste, but that's another issue. Another issue with traditional business cards, and this is more so on the consumer side, is that you have to manually type in everything that's on the card in order to like follow up. And let's be realistic, who's doing that? Like, I have never done that. Personally, the only time I have done that is if I was just genuinely curious and I would like maybe type in their website or something like that. But I've also noticed that when I do that, sometimes I find flaws because either the website doesn't pull up and I'm like, did I type something wrong? And then I wouldn't, and I would realize like maybe they put the wrong letter or something in here that's causing it not to pop up. Or like the email, I've used people's email addresses on their business card and the email was inactive. So it's really flawed when it comes to consumer convenience, because a lot of the times you're on your phone now. And if you're on your phone, I know for me personally, I hate typing on my phone. Like I prefer desktop or like laptop where I could just like type it in because I'm faster when I type versus using the keyboard on your phone. And so if I'm trying to look for your website or send you an email or like do whatever that follow-up process is, it is such an inconvenience to have to manually type in everything. And you would think that if it was really important that they would do it, obviously, but due to them already having a lack of follow-up, this is probably one of the reasons why they're not following up, because the inconvenience, right? And everything in 2022 is about being convenient. So that's a major flaw when it comes to business cards. And the last thing is that there's no guarantee that they're gonna actually reach out. Like you're paying for business cards, but there's no guarantee that when you give someone your business card, there's no guarantee that they're gonna reach out to them or reach out to you. And if you're doing business, like if you're not doing B2B and you're doing B2C business, where they don't have their own business or they don't have a business card or anything like that, you're at the mercy of them because you don't have any of their information. And unless you take that initial step and be like, hey, let me get your information so that we can stay connected, then there's really no way for you to know if you'll ever hear or talk to that person again. So that's a major flaw when it comes to business cards. So this is what I think you should do instead of creating your business cards, the physical ones. I think that you should introduce your business to QR codes. If you don't know what QR codes are, I'm gonna put it on the screen right here so that you can see a visual of what it is. I think that you should upgrade your business cards to utilizing QR codes. I love QR codes for so many reasons. For one, it's convenient. It's all about convenience, okay? And QR codes have been out for quite some time now, but I feel like before COVID, they weren't really utilized a lot. And now they are very, very, very well utilized. And I remember, I don't remember what the interview was, but I listened to something. Actually, I know what it was off of Shark Tank. Someone had something similar to a QR code where you scan it with your phone. And I remember the sharks was like, yeah, this is too early for this type of technology. Like, it's a great idea, but it's gonna take a long time for consumers to start using this like an everyday product, right? And I remember that, and I remember, QR codes were a thing, but no one really used them. Even I didn't really use them. And then after COVID, it seemed like it became really, really well utilized, like for menus, for like looking up different things when you went to a business. Like it was like the new thing. And I feel like because of that, now is the perfect time, because now on your phone, they normally have like a QR scanner where you could just pull up your camera and it automatically recognizes a QR code and takes you to their website. So it's so convenient now to have a QR code in place of your business card. Disclaimer, guys, because I'm recording this video and they're out here getting trash, and it seems like they're always getting trash or cutting grass or doing something when I'm recording videos. But we're going to keep the show rolling, okay? Because I ain't got time to be stopping. So you may hear some beeping, some trash, like, you know how they pick the trash up and stuff, because they've been on my street for a long time. So anyways, here's how switching to QR codes can help you start booking paid clients. And this is great for coaches, but even if you're not a coach, this is great for any business owner. First of all, it's the simple click of a button to get clients on your calendar. Let's just start there. So let's say you're in a grocery store and you're really connecting with someone. They're like, oh my God, how can I set up a call with you? Or how can I get connected with you? I would love to learn more about what you do. Or I would love to learn more about the information that you're telling me about. Instead of being like, oh, here's my business card, email me, you can be like, hey, scan my QR code real quick and let's get you on my calendar. So now you automatically have that person in your database from the moment you talk to them. That's convenient, and it's at the simple click of a button. It's also easier to close the deal with QR codes. So if someone wants to purchase something from you, right? Let's say you have a boutique or something where you're selling product online and you happen to be wearing it or showing it off, and someone's like, oh my God, where did you get that? And you're like, girl, I made it. And they're like, oh my God, how do I purchase this? Instead of being like, hey, here's my business card, you can be like, hey, scan this QR code. It's going to take you exactly to the outfit that I have on. And if you want to purchase it right here, you can purchase it right now. Convenient, right? Like, it's going to allow you to close the deal a lot faster. Same thing like if you're a coach. So if you're a coach and you're talking to someone, you're telling them about what you coach people with, and they're ready to book. They're like, look, I want to join your group coaching program. I want to join your membership. I want to work one-on-one with you. Now, obviously, if it's one-on-one, it's probably going to be a couple more steps before that. But let's just say it's a membership, or they want to join like your group coaching program, something where they can just click pay and like be done. Oh, scan my QR code is going to take you to the sales page, and you can go ahead and join right now. You have a Facebook group that you're promoting. Oh, I would love to join your Facebook group. Oh, scan my QR code and it'll take them straight to your Facebook group where they can join. Tell me that this is not giving what it's supposed to give. Like, who wouldn't want to utilize that? And so now you're closing the deal in person, right on the spot. You don't have to wait on them to manually type in your Facebook group, manually type in your website, so that they can now have to go and find where to book, where to get to this, what they were talking about. You don't have to do any of that. And it's on their phone. This is also going to help you keep a professional and polished look when it comes to your business. Because how often do you hear someone say, hey, scan this QR code to get access to what I have to offer? Like, for the most part, it's standard for them to give you a business card. So whenever you're offering something different, it's like, wait a minute, okay. And then when I show you something else later on this video, you're gonna see how it can look very polished and look like, oh, this person is about her business. Like, I wanna work with her. I wanna move forward with her. Like, look at this, this was dope. I absolutely love this. So it's definitely gonna give you a professional look aesthetic-wise and give you that credibility and authority right off gate when it comes to first impressions of your business. And if anything, let's say even if they're not ready to book with you per se, but maybe they do want to get connected with you when you have an email list, or maybe you have a free training or something like that that you would like for people to sign up with, that you are sign up for, that you know are like an ideal client or like a target audience for what you're offering. You can get them on your email list right then and there. You can be like, hey, scan my QR code to get access to my free training, or hey, join my email list. Just type in your email once you scan this QR code. And now you have them in your database for later uses, where if you want to follow up with them, if you want to send them, different emails that's already in your sales funnel, like, you have access to doing that without having to manually follow up with this person. So now that you know why you're going to be booking more people with using QR codes, how you're going to be making more sales, how you're going to be closing more deals, now I want to tell you what you should have QR codes for when it comes to your business. The first one you want a QR code for is your actual business card. So I know this whole video is about you not needing business cards anymore, but hear me out. Okay, so this is essentially like a digital business card, because we're still thinking about aesthetic, right? You don't want just a picture of a QR code and that's it. You want it to be aesthetically pretty. So when you pull this QR code up for people, it looks like a business card with a QR code on it, even though it's just for the QR code, right? And I'm going to actually show you what my QR code business card looks like. It's a digital business card, and I'm going to give you more detail about that later on in this video, but I'm going to put it on the screen about right here somewhere. This is what my digital business card looks like. This is what you need for when I say you need a business card with the QR code on it. So what this does for my business, when people scan this QR code, is it takes them to my digital business card. And I have a digital business card that I paid for where everything is clickable. And I just did this because I had already purchased it. And so I wanted to utilize it. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had hair like trying to go in my mouth. But I wanted to go ahead and utilize this so that way they can still access everything directly from this QR code. So if they want to send my business card to someone, if they want to save my business card to their phone or something like that, they have direct access to the business card. The second thing you want to have a specific QR code for is any important links. So when I say any important links, I essentially mean something like a link tree or like link.bio where you can change out the links at any time. And you want these to be the main links that you're going to be getting people access to. So the reason why this one is super important, if you don't have any other one, you want this one specifically because this is what this is going to do. If you have multiple things that this person is interested in, like maybe they want to access your podcast, and maybe they want to access your YouTube channel, or maybe they want to access your social medias or whatever it is, this is a great way for you to give them the access to this QR code, and then they can click on whatever it is that they're interested in. So if you have multiple trainings, instead of creating a QR code for every single training, you can put your training under this QR code and then just have them click on the specific training that you were telling them about. So definitely have this one as a QR code for your business. The third QR code you want for your business, this is specifically if you are a coach, you want a discovery call QR code or a calendar booking QR code. So depending on how you do it, like I know for me, if you book a free discovery call, here's the truck. We'll wait. Just laugh. I think he's gone. Okay, I don't remember where I was. So we were talking about having a calendar link. So for me, okay, I remember. So for me, I know before someone can get on my calendar, for the most part, they have to fill out a discovery form. So I don't normally give people direct access to my calendar, but I do have a calendar link if I know that they're qualified to be on my calendar, like for a discovery call, then I have it as an option, but that's not really my go-to. But you want to have a QR code for them to sign up for a discovery call, which is free. I'm talking about the free one. Or to get on your calendar. So if you don't have a discovery call form and they can get straight on your calendar, then you want to have a QR code specifically for that. So if you're in a grocery store or if you're at a networking event and this person wants to take that next step and talk to you on a Zoom call or phone call or whatever your process is, have a code for that so they can scan it and pick a date. So now you don't have to go over, oh, when are you available? You don't have to do none of that. They can find out when they're available based on when you're available and then get on your calendar. So that one is a really big one as well, especially if you're in a coaching space. And then the fourth one, this is if you are building your email list. So if you're building your email list and you're going to networking events or you're going to different places and you come across someone that is an ideal client, a potential client or a target audience or whatever, and you have a free training that you're currently promoting, you want a direct link to that specific training so that way they scan a QR code, they put in their email address, bam, they're on your email list for that training and they're in your database. So the reason why earlier I said for important links to have your trainings in there as well, this is for like if you build your business up a little bit and now maybe you have 3 or 4 trainings, right? You don't necessarily want to create a QR code for every single training, but if you have the business model where you have one training that you promote at any given time, then it makes sense to create a QR code specifically for that because you want to give it easy access for them to get to that. If you have multiple, you might want to do a QR code for like your most popular training that you tend to promote when you're at networking events or if you're out and about. But if you have multiple ones, I would just put it under your important links just to keep the amount of QR codes you have down. Because I personally wouldn't do more than 4. I would not go past 4, especially if you're in a coaching space. So now that you know what you need QR codes for, I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to create QR codes for your business. Okay, so I was planning on including in this video how to create the QR code and how to create the digital card. And the tutorial ended up being like 20 minutes, which is crazy. But I really did go into detail, like teaching you how to do both. And the QR card is really easy. or the QR code is really easy, but the digital card I think is what made it take it a little longer. So what I'm gonna do instead is click the link in my description box if you are interested in getting the tutorial on how to create that. So I want to keep this video as short as possible. And so I'm gonna just basically turn it into a free training. So click the link and then you'll get access to the training for those that are interested. But if not, then just keep watching this video and I'll show you, give you the rest of the details in reference to using QR codes for your business. So now that you know how to create QR codes, you know how to create your digital business card with your QR code on it. Now I'm going to share with you where to keep your QR codes, okay, / digital business cards. The first place you want to keep it is, what I personally do is I have it as my lock screen and I have it as my wallpaper. I don't need anything on my wallpaper for the most part. My business card is aesthetically pleasing, so I'm okay with looking at it on my phone. Doesn't bother me. I can't show you what it looks like on my phone because I'm recording from my phone, but I will put like a little phone photo right here. And just imagine that's my lock screen. So when someone pops up, or if I'm talking to someone and I hit my unlock button on my phone, they can scan it right then and there. So that's easy access. The one that I have on my phone on the lock screen, I want to say is for important links. So that way they can just click on whatever. The second place you want to keep your QR codes is in a specific album on your phone. So this is because you're going to have more than one QR code, right? So you only have like a lock screen and a wallpaper. So if you have like 4 or 5 QR code business cards, you want to have a place for those where you're not like scrolling through your camera feed or scrolling through your screenshots. Because let's be honest, we all have hundreds of screenshots that we never go back to, but I digress. So you want to have a specific album that is titled, if you can, I don't know about iPhone users, but I have a Samsung, where you can title your album QR codes and then put all of those in there and make sure that you have a title on your business card that tells you what this QR code is. Now, here's another place that you want to keep your QR codes, and this is optional, but it's going to go against kind of everything that I just said, which is kind of funny. So maybe you can keep your QR codes on a physical business card. Hear me out before you come for me, because I know I've been going in on business cards, but hear me out, okay? The reason why I say this is because when you scan a QR code, they only get access to that information right then and there, right? So what if they need to take it home? Then what happens? So it's good to kind of give them that option just in case, because QR codes are now at a place where, if you are going to hand out a business card, it better have a QR code on it. So now you no longer have to put your email address and all this other etc. detail on your physical business card. All you have to do is put your name, put a little pretty picture, or however you design your business card, and then make sure the bulk of your business card is a QR code. And you can even really get a square business card with just a QR code and your business name on it as well. But I would recommend doing the rectangular ones and then just having a QR code on like the side of it or something like that, where that is like the majority of what the business card is. The benefits of that is if something changes in your stuff, you don't have to change your business card. You can use that business card for as long as that QR code is active. And as long as that QR code is active with the link that you provided, you have no reason to get new business cards. So if you change your email, if you change what your training is, any of that information, as long as it has the same direct link that the QR code is attached to, you're good. And that's what we're looking for. So now instead of having to change your business card and scrap the old ones every time you update something, just keep the same link. And that's why I said using like Linktree or link.bio is going to be the go-to, because when you purchase that link, then you have like your name attached and you can change out your links as many as times as you want, change out what's on there and the access and all of that. So that's what I would recommend. I know it goes against what I said, but I do still believe that this is a good method. So if they need to take it home, if they're not for some reason able to do what you need them to do with the QR code on their phone at that time, they have access to all of your stuff after the fact. Whew, child, I feel like I said a lot, But I feel like this was helpful. I am so pumped about these QR codes. If this video was helpful and you've never heard of this before, but you feel like you want to utilize this in your businesses, drop a fire emoji in the comments below. Let me know that this was helpful for you. If you have any additional questions when it comes to creating a QR code for your business, drop it in the comment section below so I can like maybe do another video on this or like answer your question directly. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, girl. Like, what are you waiting for? Okay, go ahead and do that, because if you watch to the end, then you need this channel. This channel is going to get you and your business together. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the future video. Bye.